Lord Jesus. Thank you, Spirit of the Living God. We give you praise and all the glory and all the honor. In the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord Jesus. You are worthy of all our praise and all the honor and all the adoration. In the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord Jesus. We welcome your presence this afternoon, mighty God. In the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Lord Jesus. We give you praise. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You are welcome. It's who I am. It's who I am. Thank you, Lord Jesus. We thank you, Holy Spirit. We invoke your presence right now in the mighty name of Jesus. You are welcome. Holy Spirit, you are welcome. Holy Spirit, you are welcome. In the mighty name of Jesus. We welcome your presence, Spirit of the Living God. We welcome your presence. In the mighty name of Jesus. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. Perfect in all your ways. Perfect in all your ways. Perfect in all your ways, you are. Perfect in all your ways, you are perfect in all your ways. You are perfect in all your ways, you are. Thank you, Holy Spirit. We thank you for your presence here this afternoon. In the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit, in the mighty name of Jesus. God bless you for joining us, Apostle Mike, Lady Brew. Lady Brew, God bless you for joining us.
God bless you.
Hit your share button and share with your friends,
please,
and let them know that we're online so that they can also keep coming in. Amen. Invite all your friends to join us. Mr. J, God bless you for joining us.
Reverend AJ, Reverend AJ.
Oh, Reverend AJ, God bless you.
Apostle, Lady Apostle.
Then Lady Eunice Otin also. Yes, he is. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. Thank you, Holy Spirit.
It's who you are. Praise the Lord, everybody.
All right. God bless you so much for joining us this beautiful afternoon. God bless you so much. We give God all the praise,
yes,
and all the glory. This is Lady Pastor Candy and
it's Dr. Love.
Dr. Love himself. All right. Today we're going to talk about why men cheat and how to avoid it. This is one of his books. We'll come on to that. But before then, we have some couple of books here that I believe that when you grab a copy, it's going to be a blessing to you. We have this book that says that before I say I do, before you go to the altar, what are some of the things that you have to know? This book will tell you a lot about it. Amen. God bless you.
Physical and spiritual preparation is very needful. Save you a lot of headache. Save you a lot of headache. If you go there with your feelings alone, you're going to be hurt all the time.
You can't even survive.
You can't survive. You need a lot of wisdom.
That's right. All right. There's another book here that says that common sense to making millions of dollars. And it says breaking the rules to make money. That's a good book. And all these are hardcover made books, very quality made books, and you need to have a copy. Amen.
Yeah, the greatest limitation is the limitations of your mind. So if you're able to, learn financial intelligence and discover your passion, package it, deploy it, increase your value. You become a high product. You have to become a master in your field. In order to become financially free, you have to have book sense and street sense. If you have just book sense, you're not going to survive. You gotta have both, book sense and street sense. So you can be able to market that which God has put inside of you.
Oh wow! We also have strategies of wealth creation. The strategies of wealth creation: how to make and multiply and invest money.
Yeah.
Most of the times we use the money in our mouth. We have to learn how to invest. Amen.
Money for three things. The first one is either you spend it, you invest it, and have compound interest of it, or you waste it. So the rich make money work for them. The poor just work for money. So you gotta have you don't know the difference. The rich let money work for them. They work to invest, and the poor people work to consume. So you got to change it in order to change things.
Wow. And then we have reasons why people fail. This is one of my favorites. Reasons why people fail. Let's say breaking bad habits and replacing them with good habits.
Yes.
Wow.
90% of what we do are habits. Habits are things that has become part of our lives. Your habit is either adding to your life or taken away from your life. So in order to change your future, prayer can't even do it. You got to be able to change your habits. When your habits change, your life changes. When the habits are wrong, your life will be wrong. You can be in church all your life. If your habits are right, your life will be right. Every failure has wrong habits. Outside the demonic and all of that. If your habits, you just do nothing. You just have nothing. So you got to have the right habits, and then you'll be able to change your future.
Okay, then we have Leadership 101. Leadership 101. Leading effectively. Every leader needs this. All of us. We need a copy of this book. Amen. Leadership 101.
Leadership. The greatest leadership is to lead yourself. If you're able to lead yourself, you can lead anybody. If a leader cannot lead himself, he can't lead anybody. So if you want to be a great and stand out, you got to be somebody that can lead himself. And then self-investment.
Yeah, self-investment. This is a very good book too.
One of my favorites. If you want more, you got to become more. Where you are is what you are getting. If you want to go up, you got to increase in wisdom and knowledge. If you don't know more, you can't get more.
All right, this is marital conflict in marriage, and how to avoid conflict, and then how to make good use of the conflict. These are wisdom books. Amen. You need a copy of it. Grab a copy.
Every marriage goes through conflict, but the conflict can either make your marriage better or can make your marriage better based on your commitment to the marriage. And if the conflict are spiritual, you have to confront them spiritually. If they're physical, you have to deal with them physically. So you have to know where the conflict are coming from, so that you can be able to deal with them and deal with them appropriately.
All right. So the last book here is Why Men Cheat and How to Avoid It. Understanding why men do what they do. So we're going to talk about this today. We're going to talk about this book today, Why Men Cheat and How to Avoid It. Some couple will be complaining, my husband is cheating, I don't understand why my husband is cheating and all that. So today we're going to discuss about why men cheat. Why do men cheat? And how to avoid it. So hit your share button and share with your friends, and let the men come online. And as a woman, to invite your husband, invite all the male friends that you know that are married, and let them come online and learn. Sometimes somebody will say, as for me, I don't cheat. there's no way I'm going to cheat. I don't need this information. You need this information. Every information is needed because you don't know when you will need it. You don't know when you need it. And you don't know when the devil will trap you into, trying to trap you to cheat on your spouse. So I believe strongly that everybody and every man needs to, get a copy of this book and also share with your friends so that they can also have the opportunity to come and learn something. Amen. All right. God bless you. Cheating is bad. It is the highest form. You want to say something first?
Yeah, I mean, why do men cheat? Why do men cheat? Because marriage does not keep men faithful, though.
Yeah.
Marriage, weddings, rings, all those things don't keep men faithful. They don't keep men faithful. So why do men? What do make a man cheat? There are pastors that are cheating. There are bishops that are cheating. There are apostles that are cheating. There are deacons that are cheating. There are members that are cheating. There are sponsors in churches that are cheating. There are men you will not think they are cheating. They average about 1 out of 3 men cheat on their wives. 1 out of 3 men cheat on their wives. Cheating is very common. It's the people cheat in the church. They cheat outside the church. They cheat on the pulpit. Pastors living with deacons living with pastors' wives. People cheat all over the place. So cheating is not new, but it's able to. As a man or as a woman of God, you can be able to put a stop to it. You can be able to put a stop to it because it's the highest form of betrayal to your spouse as a man, as a husband. It's the highest form of betrayal to your husband, and it's also important to understand that the marriage, the fact that you are married, is not a guarantee that the man is going to be faithful to you for the rest of your life. A man that is not rooted in some principles is going to be very difficult, because I hear a lot of men, as well, men of God, they said that even at the wedding, they were walking down the aisle, they saw somebody more beautiful than their wives. Even at the wedding, the day they were having the wedding, So naturally, most men cheat because the brain of a man is not designed. The brain of a man it's not designed to be faithful to one woman. Their brains, men's brain. They like this lady's legs. They like this lady's skin. They like this lady, the way she talks to them. They like this, So men naturally are, the women see their dogs. It's most men cheat, but the brain of men are naturally very, causes them to do a lot of things. And men are moved by their eyes. Men are moved by their eyes, So they see things. The women are moved by what they hear and what they feel, So the eyes of men. You see this one, wow, look at the booty. That's why you be driving with your husband. You realize that you'll be looking around, or in offering time in the church, his eyes will be looking. It's wow. His eyes will you look into his face and it's like, wow. I go to the gym every morning, and some of the girls walk into the gym and they are wearing some of these funny shorts, and and then some of the guys are like, wow, man. They'll stop working out and they're looking at these girls. So what will cause a man to stop cheating? What will cause a man to stop cheating? Because most men cheat. Most married men cheat. Some even cheat on the day of their marriage with their ex. Some cheat after their marriage. Some are just cheaters. They just cheat. And some of them cheat so nicely you can't even tell they're cheating.
They do it professionally.
They do it professionally. It's just the small boys that cheat that they catch them. But the big boys,
you can never tell.
You can never tell. They put the name of their cheater on their phone, and
they change the name.
They change the name.
And then they still play their role as a responsible husband, spouse, or whatever. So even if they are doing it, you can't suspect.
Yeah.
But those who are not really into the game, they are the ones that they cease to care, they cease to have sex and all that, and then they get suspected. So as you are saying, we have the professional cheaters that they do in such a way that you can never know that they are cheating.
Those are men that they can lie to you so much you believe the lie. Their words are so good at they can lie. Even when they catch them cheating, they start crying. They say, how can a married man like me do something such wicked to my wife? My own wife I love, I spend money on my own wife I go to church with and all of that. All these things doesn't stop a man from cheating. Marriage does not keep men faithful. The only thing that keeps a man faithful is the fear of God.
It's the fear of God. That's powerful.
The only thing that keeps a man faithful is a man that has an encounter with God.
A relationship.
Yeah, a man that has I'm not talking about a man that go to church. I'm talking about a man that has a relationship with Almighty God. A man that has an encounter with God and his purity. Most men cheat in the church. Most men look for women in the church, right in the church. Most women come to church to look for men, and most men like to cheat on they cheat on the vulnerable woman. So one of the things that is going to help men to stop cheating is that a man can only stop cheating if we're going to do a long series. We're going to take our time and then break it down for all of us. Is that a man that doesn't fear God? I don't trust that man. Because even the ones that fear God, they are falling. Why? Because a man that does not fear God doesn't have boundaries. They don't have boundaries. When you see the woman, you see the lady, and you see somebody that is beautiful or is very nice and is the kind you like as a man, when you fear God, there is a checking of the Holy Spirit in you. There is a rebuking, there is a correcting of the Holy Spirit in you. But when a man doesn't fear God, you'll be faithful for a few years or a few months. There will come someone in his life that look better than you.
That's right.
Oh yeah. There'll be somebody younger, somebody more whose skin is more tighter, somebody who respect him better, and somebody who make him feel very loved and respected and all of that. So it is not enough. Beauty is not enough to keep a man. Wealth is not enough to keep a man. It is when a man doesn't fear God, he is an absolute liability.
He's very vulnerable.
Very vulnerable. Very, very vulnerable. Very vulnerable. So most men cheat because the brain of a man is not designed to be faithful to a woman, and most men cheat because there is no fear of God. There's no fear of God. There's no fear of God. A man who does not have the fear of God, he can be a bishop, he can be an engineer, he can be a janitor. When a man does not fear God, a pornography on his internet can keep him masturbating in the bathroom. So cheating is very normal when a man does not fear God. A man does not fear God. One of the things that has really helped me, in my work with God, is my spiritual father. Number 3 point is that we're going to share today is that when a man doesn't have a mentor who he's accountable to. A man doesn't have a mentor. I'm not talking about a mentor who tells him what he want to hear. I'm talking about a mentor who corrects him. A mentor who has oversight over his life. When a man doesn't have a mentor, he cheats. My spiritual father, Prophet Sego, is a very pure man. Pure man. Holiness is his passion. Holiness is his life. No woman does anything for him except his wife. That's his life. Naturally, the spirit upon him has come upon me. If you go to any church and the pastor cheats on his wife, you realize that the armor bearers are cheating, the deacons are cheating, the co-pastors are cheating,
and some of the members
are cheating. Why? Because it is a spirit in him that is called the spirit of leadership that has been transferred. That is why you got to be very careful who lays hands on you.
So it means that as long as the pastor is laying hands on them, whatever is inside of them is being transferred.
Yeah, that's an impartation.
Yeah, so when a man lays his hands on you, it's just not the anointing that he's transferring. Everything that is in him, good and bad, is being transferred onto you.
Yeah, definitely. So if you go to the church and the man of God is prayerful, the people around him are very prayerful. The man of God is very immoral. He justifies it.
Drinking is okay and all that.
David did it. Solomon did it.
They all have a lot of wives.
Abraham had a girlfriend. They justify by the scriptures.
All the members did it.
It is a spirit that hovers in the church. As soon as it says, be blessed, he transfers both the good and the bad and the ugly in him. When the father cheats, his children begin to cheat. Naturally. When the father is a crook, naturally the spirit comes upon them. Why? Because I don't want to rush through it, but the issue of cheating is always the point I was saying.
Mentorship, like you need somebody who you can be accountable to.
Mentorship.
And I think in choosing it, as you are saying, our spiritual father is very holiness conscious.
Yeah.
The thing about serving God is that holiness is key.
Yeah.
It is there are no ifs and buts about holiness. Holiness is God's standard.
Yeah.
So if you have a father and the father's, I mean, his how do you call it? His life, he's not concerned about holiness. He doesn't make holiness a standard. You know, he can take the Bible and misinterpret them and do whatever he wants to do to the Bible. When you take such a person as a spiritual father or as a mentor, there is no way that when you do something wrong, he's going to correct you, because as long as he's doing it, eventually when you are doing it, he cannot correct you.
That's right.
So in selecting, people that you can be accountable as a husband, you need to find somebody who is very spiritual, somebody who has a deep relation with God and holiness conscious, because now holiness is no more the order of the day.
Yeah, and the secret of it is that God can never help anybody to stop cheating. God can never. The human will, he'll mess with it. You have to decide. In order for a man not to cheat on his wife, the man must decide.
Make a decision, firm one.
You make a decision. I am not going to cheat, so help me God. It is not, well, all men are frail and anything can happen and no one is perfect. And no. It's not like that. I'm married a long time. I've not cheated. Why? Not because I'm perfect. I've had a lot of opportunities. I've had women that said, "A man of God, I'll give you $500,000. I'll give you this and I'll give you this. We can do this. Nobody will see it." I have had a lot of opportunities, a lot of them. I said, "No, I can do it. My wife will not see." But personally, I have made a vow to God. I won't do it. It's more than just pleasing God. It's more than just pleasing my wife and my children. I have decided I'm not doing it. So we as men can be able to, God can help us when we decide. We decide. I am a man. I want to be pure. I want to live right. I want to live holy. I'm not a perfect man, but I'm a righteous man. I have decided, Lord, I want to live a pure life. I don't want to cheat on my wife. I don't want to sleep with any other woman apart from my wife. I've decided. My spiritual father has helped to make it more attractive for me, because he does it. The friends I choose in my inner circle are friends. When you are not pure, I don't want you around me. Why? It helps me to live a pure life. So when I get around you and I realize that is your lifestyle, I quietly begin to disconnect. I try to help, I quite disconnect. Why? Because I want to strengthen my strength and end my weakness. Because
as long as you get around those who cheat, eventually that spirit begins to rub on you on the way.
Naturally.
Because what your friends do is the same thing that there's a saying that look at your friends and I'll prophesy your future. So if all your friends are cheaters, if all your friends cheat on your wife, when you enter into that when you enter in that inner circle, even if you don't want to do it, because it's a spirit, the cheating is a spirit, it begins to rub on you, and eventually, gradually, you realize that you are drifting from your marriage. You are beginning to admire other women and all that, and before you know, you're already cheating outside your marriage.
And when you start justifying cheating, it becomes a cycle. When you start justifying it, my wife is not giving me sex, I'm not happy in the marriage,
and giving reasons why you are cheating.
Giving reasons why you are cheating, that enemy has crept in. And it's going to stay there for a long time. And the next 4 generations are going to repeat the same cycle. When you start justifying it, I'm getting old, I don't have any woman, I am single, I need sex, men need sex. When you start justifying it, let me tell you, I like sex so much, but I can stay for a long time without it. The greatest sex organ is the mind. When you can program your mind right, the desire will not even be there. So actually, those who are able to stay pure are not people who are super holy and people who are super righteous and all of that. No, it is a personal decision. I decided. Every great man will be tested sexually.
That's right.
Every great man.
And the thing is that the devil beautifies the spirit of cheating. The devil presents it so beautiful. And as we are saying, the devil will give you reasons why. My wife is not satisfying me sexually. My wife is getting old. She's disrespectful. So the devil will begin to give you reasons why you can do it.
That's right.
And begins to justify. And then the devil begins to give you an example. Oh, look at this man of God. I know he is cheating secretly. And even the wife doesn't know. Oh, look at this one is cheating. And then the devil begins to feed your mind gradually. And as soon as your mind begins to accept that it's okay, it will be easy for you to do that.
I mean, your company determines your addiction. Or your company determines what is inside of you. What is in you determines who you attract.
That's right.
So if you're a man that is immoral and you justify it, you can. There are things you fight for. There are things you fight for, and you can fight for. You can fight against the spirit of unholiness. You can fight it. That Lord, I want to be holy. I want to be holy. So any spirit of immorality, adultery, fornication that wants to attach itself to you through dreams, through food, through whatever, you fight it. And there are things you can accept it at all. It happens to everybody. So you can never stop cheating unless you decide. You decide.
So I believe strongly that we need the fruit of the spirit called spirit of self-control. That spirit of self-control, that when you ask God, give me the grace to control myself, He's going to give you that grace. So as we are saying, you have to yearn and you have to desire that spirit of self-control, that Lord, I give me the grace to control myself. Because when you don't have the self-control, that is when you see the other woman, you begin to desire them, and then your body begins to respond. You know, I mean, your mind begins to accept, and then your body begins to respond to it. So we need that spirit. The Lord baptize me with that spirit of self-control, that I can be able to control myself.
The highest level of a man's discipline is self-control. And the next one is that how do we stop cheating? You got to be able to develop a strong hatred against it inside of you. You develop it inside. Change begins inside. Change does not begin outside. You got to develop a strong hatred inside of you against that kind of lifestyle.
That you hate it.
You hate it. You don't want to defile your anointing. You don't want to defile yourself, and you don't want to open the door for the next 4 generations of your children, your great-grandchildren. There are men, when they die, their legacy they leave for their children is the spirit of polygamy. Polygamy, the spirit of polygamy, the spirit of fornication, the spirit of adultery, and that spirit can follow you, your children. You are dead and gone. Your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, and if it's not broken, you see that spirit running rampant in the family, just because one man has opened that door. So cheating doesn't affect you alone. Cheating affects 4 generations that are not born yet. The children that are not born in your great-grandchildren are already programmed because it has become a generational curse. The lifestyle. You know, so how do we stop cheating? You got to be able to develop. You got to develop intimacy with the Holy Spirit.
And as you're saying, you have to make your mind. You know, have to decide in your mind and make a firm decision.
Decision inside of you. Decide. I am a righteous man by the grace of God. I am not going to cheat. So help me, God. So when you invoke the help of the Holy Spirit, the Holy Spirit comes down to empower you against that spirit of uncleanness. No matter how anointed you are, no matter how gifted you are, when a man is immoral, he stinks in the spirit. There's no power, because power is activated by holiness.
And so some of the things that trick people, especially those who are in ministry, is that you find people cheating, and maybe some men of God, women of God, whatever. I mean, they are cheating, and when they stand there, the power of God moves and all that. So because of that, they don't find the reason to repent. And to shun away from that, and to come out from that spirit of cheating, because they stand there in the minister and they still feel the power of God. But one thing that I strongly believe, and we strongly believe, is that you can stand there and minister, and God will use you not because of you, because you are just a tool, you are just an instrument. God will use you in miracles, in healing, in the prophetic, in deliverance, and all that, in teaching, because of the sheep. because of the souls that are out there. So God will not stop you moving because of you, because He's considering the souls that are out there, the sheep that He has placed in your hands. So God will move and do whatever He got to do because of the soul. But the devil causes us to believe in a lie that I'm cheating on my wife, I'm cheating on my husband, I'm cheating and I'm doing all this thing, and still the power of God is moving, so it is okay.
Yeah, that's a lie. You can preach and win a million souls to God and die and go to hell. You can preach, teach, prophesy, and do all the spiritual gymnastics and die and go to hell if your personal life is not right with God. And even as a minister of the cloth, it defiles you. You can't be very powerful in prayer when you are very immoral. It just can't work like that. Because where there is purity, there's always power. Where there's impurity, Satan has a legal access through that door. So that doesn't affect you. So 5 minutes of 2 minutes of sex can give you 60 years or 200 years of pain and bondage. So cheating can be. How do we stop cheating? You got to be able to fill your mind, saturate your mind with your dreams, with assignment, with scriptures. Remember, if we want to stop cheating, we got to be able to surround ourselves with men who have the like passion. You can be married, your wife will be crying about it. Men whose wife are crying about them cheating, the same day the wife is crying, the same day they're going to cheat. It's a spirit that comes upon them. Yes. When it comes upon them, they got to cheat. They got to go and cheat.
And I believe some of this thing, when the game is roots and grounds, deliverance has to take place.
No, I mean, it's 99% of the cheating, you have to go to deliverance. Oh,
you have to.
You have to go to deliverance.
Because it's just verbal confession. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it again.
That's
They cry and I apologize. But because the thing is spiritual, if the person does not go through deliverance. And the thing about deliverance is that even if you do the deliverance and you don't maintain yourself, you go back and do the same thing. If you go to the pastor and they pray for you and that spirit of cheating is being casted out, Bible says that when the spirit leaves, the spirit goes to move around and then he comes to his home.
Yeah.
You know, to come and spy and see if the place is still empty and vulnerable, and then he comes not just alone, 7 spirit more stronger than him.
That's right.
So 8. So when you go through the deliverance and you are not able to maintain your deliverance, it means that you've wasted your whole time. So you can be prayed for that, God should deliver you from the spirit of cheating and all that. But it's very important that you also learn how to maintain your deliverance by constantly feeding yourself with the word of God and prayer and fasting and having a deep intimacy with God, so that that spirit does not come back. Because most people are being delivered from that spirit of cheating and they still go back and do it.
Sometimes most cheating can be planted through witchcraft. They can be planted through witchcraft, can be planted through an open door that the enemy has an access through weakness or whatever. And then when you start sensing it, that is why it's always good that once a week as a man you must do an examination with yourself, your inventory of your life and your feelings and all of that, and realize that once you realize that you start beginning to look at porn you want to see naked women on the Facebook or
social media, it draws your attention.
You are watching it more. When you see, you are getting more erection than any other thing. When you see women in the Walmart working, shaking their body, you are looking at more. Your attention, you realize that things are changing for your desires are becoming more lustful. When you see that you are gradually sneaking into doing those things, that's when you have to take an examination of yourself and possibly do a self-deliverance. That this thing, no, something's wrong. I gotta break this thing. I gotta break this thing.
Wow. Somebody said, let's talk about why women cheat. Yeah, so what we are saying is that cheating on your spouse does not begin with sex. It begins with secret emotional attachment and deeper connection with another woman aside your spouse, and involvement in intimate conversation, and it can lead to sexual intimacy. So that's
nobody should be your best friend outside your spouse. Nobody.
So somebody will say, well, how does the cheating begin?
Emotional intimacy.
It doesn't begin with the sex aspect.
No, sex is the last one. It begins with showing compassion, and you meet somebody on the Facebook, That's the place where people cheat a lot.
A deeper connection with another woman and intimacy.
You begin to care for the person. You like the person's attention. You know, you are picking up calls and you're sending texts. In the middle of the night, you are sending texts and you're checking on the person. Hey, how are you? You know, I know you're not feeling well. He said, I'm not feeling well. Please pray for me. Pray with me. You know, it begins spiritual. It can never begin in the church. Emotional attachment. Cheating begins with emotional attachment. So when you start seeing that,
and secret relationships.
Yeah, and you start hiding things. You start hiding things. You put a code on your phone and then you are doing things. You are in denial. No, I'm strong. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But you like the person's attention. You know. So the enemy plants things spiritually, and then your mind and your body, if it's not aligned, instead of fighting it, you begin to yield to what the enemy has planted. Because your desire for that thing, that cheating, begins to increase. And when the desire begins to increase, you begin to see all the beautiful women. You know, and Satan will not tempt you with a woman you don't like. The enemy knows that if you like dark and short women, they will tempt you with dark and short women. If the enemy knows that you like light-skinned women, they will tempt you with light-skinned women. So cheating begins from emotional affairs. When you start being emotionally attached and having intimate conversation with another woman, as a man, as a married man, then you are treading on dangerous ground.
You have to check it out. When you realize that anytime you are talking to the person, you get so excited. You want the person to call you. You can't do without the person. You're all the time thinking about the person, and you are all the time in a hurry to see the person. If the person is in church, you don't want to miss church. So you are going to church not because you want to go to church. You are going to church because you just want to see the person. And sometimes it's secret admiration. You know, you just admire the person secretly. You have not said anything to the person, but anytime you're going to church, you're looking out for that person. You know, you go to the gathering where the person is, and that is how it begins. You know, so gradually you begin to develop a kind of intimacy with the person, and sometimes the person that you want to cheat on does not even know. You know, so gradually, and then you begin to draw closer and closer and closer to the person. Before you know, it has become a relationship.
So we don't want to stop here. One of the last things we want to share with you is that cheating begins when you have not taken a decision. Cheating begins when you, the person, as soon as you start justifying it that I am not holy, we are all not holy, nobody's perfect.
Why are you judging me?
Why are you judging me?
You are judging me, and you are judging me.
We all make mistakes.
The thing is that the word, the scripture that says that do not judge, people have taken that word and translated it for themselves, and they use the do not judge to justify themselves. So when they are doing something and you're trying to approach them and tell them, they say, oh, why are you judging me? Why are you judging me? Why are you judging me? And they say, oh, somebody says human beings make mistakes. You know, we are all bound to make mistakes. If you do that, you are justifying yourself. You have to agree that this is what you are doing and you are slipping, and then stand up and then put yourself together and then do the right thing.
You know, so you take it. God can help all of us.
Somebody says that when a thing is repetition, it's insanity. It's true.
When a thing is repetition, it's a spirit. When a man is cheating consistently, he doesn't need counseling.
No, it won't work.
And the challenging part of it is that most pastors are doing counseling, a lot of counseling, for things they need to do deliverance. One of the greatest challenges about marriage is that most pastors are doing a lot of counseling in areas where they need to do deliverance. Because if the person doesn't have a spiritual life, or doesn't have a prayerful life, or a fasting life, and he has cheated 1, 2, 3, when it becomes 1, 2, 3, the person needs deliverance.
Let me just chip in. She says she's from Florida. She's in Florida. She says she's from East Africa. We are from West Africa. Based on what she's saying, I just want to chip in quickly. We have a meeting in Florida. So those watching on Periscope, the lady who just texted me on Periscope, I don't want you to miss this meeting. It's right in Florida. It's going to be in Orlando. It's going to be Orlando on the 22nd and the 23rd. You don't want to miss it at all. It's going to be that. Oh wow.
Yeah, we are in Tampa too.
We are around Tampa, where Brandon. So you don't want to miss it. All over the place in Florida. You don't want to miss this great meeting. It's a 2-day marital conference for the singles, for the married, and for the divorce. It's going to be on 22nd and 23rd, Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 p.m. each night. It's going to be a Hilton Garden Inn. It's a marital relationship conference, 2-day relationship conference. and you do not want to miss it. Hilton Garden Inn.
You can write our number down:
919-616-1627 and 318-351-0238. You can text us on WhatsApp or regular text message, and then also you can send a message either on Periscope or on Facebook if you want to know anything. But I think that we're going to paste it on Periscope also, so that you can also be able to attend this conference, because during the conference we're going to talk about a whole lot of stuff. It's just 2 days, but we're going to try and just make it a package and put everything together. And those that need deliverance and counseling and all that, I believe that God is going to use us mightily in that area, so that we can be able to stretch forth our hands and be a blessing to all of you. Then we're going to come along with a book. So I want you to start saving towards it. You need all these wisdom points. You need them. And I believe that when you have a copy of this, your life is never going to be the same again. Never again. So the White Men Cheat, we're going to continue the series. It's a lot. We're going to continue. So you don't want to miss this conference. Come along. We have a couple of books that I believe that when you grab a copy of these books, you will never be the same.
Praise the Lord. So that is it for today. I want you to think about it. Go back and listen to it over and over again. Why are most men cheating in church? What is causing that? And the thing about it is that the enemy you don't kill has the potential to kill you when you're comfortable. The enemy we don't deal with always deals with us. And I said it last time, and I said with a lot of sensitivity here, that if you check the black race, even here in America, you realize that almost all the black men that become great come back down. From Bill Cosby to Chris Hill, all of them, either is cheating or whatever. It's all about women. It's all about women, because the American church doesn't like prayer too much. And I say with a lot of the American church likes a lot of entertainment. They don't like a lot of prayer. And most black people who are coming from Africa have generational curses that need to be rooted out. And it's not going to be a government system. It's something that you have to go on prayer and fasting. It's not just pray for me. Pray for me. We can pray for you to break right now. But when you don't develop your spirit man, we don't develop our spirit man. When the church has become a lecture hall entertainment, I like what Apostle Temda said. Is that when the power of God and the presence of God is absent in the church is like a lecture hall. You know, the church in America needs African fire. The church does. I believe that God is raising up a lot of Africans, including Prophet Louis and some of these great men, Apostle Temda, to come to America to shake America, because America needs an encounter with God. You know, so if you check the black race, most of the black men get to the top. At the top, when they're supposed to be comfortable, they'll be in pain. Why? Because a small girl in the church or somebody somewhere, they go sleep with a person, and then all of a sudden a whole mess, and it's like it's all over. It's all over. That needs to be killed. You know, so we need prayer back in American church. We need prayer and fasting back in the church in America. You know, so I'm praying that God will send, and there's a prophetic word that God is raising up men from Africa, women from Africa, you know, who are going to come to this nation and bring a lot of revival, because there's a lot of things that needs to be broken in this nation.
Wow. God bless you so much for joining us this afternoon. Please hit your share button and share with your friends. So as we said, it's going to be in series. It's going to be a long series, because we have to finish the book so that you can also be blessed. Whatever information that is in. So please don't miss the meeting. You don't want to miss it. 22nd and 23rd of this month. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. So invite all your friends. Those who are in Florida, and out of state, invite all your friends. Let them come on, your co-workers, your friends, and those who are in groups and all that, and the pastors out there. I believe that when you allow your members to come and listen, they'll also be blessed. We are not starting a church, so we are not taking your members to start a church. That is not what we are doing. No. Amen. No, that is not our vision. Our vision to strengthen the marriages and to strengthen the family, so that the church can also be strengthened. Amen. So God bless you so much. God bless you. If you're watching us, you don't know Jesus Christ as your Lord and your personal Savior, He's not the Lord of your life. It is time for you to come to the altar for deliverance and for salvation.
Yes.
Amen.
Go ahead.
Alright, if you don't know Jesus Christ as your Lord and your personal Savior, or you know Him, but along the line you know you've backslidden, you know, you don't love God the way you used to love Him, you don't pray the way you used to, your intimacy with Him has gone down, your desire for Him has gone down, your desire for the things of God is dying gradually. Anytime they talk about the things of God, you are getting mad, you know, a little bit. All this is a sign that you are backsliding. It is not too late. It is not too late. You want to recommit yourself unto God and ask the Lord to forgive me and embrace me one more time. I want you to say this after me genuinely from your heart. Lord Jesus,
Lord Jesus,
I invite you into my life. Forgive me of my sins.
Forgive me of my sins.
In any way that I've wronged you, I ask for mercy. Let the blood wash me. Let your blood cleanse me. Let your blood make me whole. In the mighty name of Jesus. Satan, I denounce you. I do not belong to you. I belong to Jesus. Holy Spirit, give me the grace to live right. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen and amen. If you said this, God has forgiven you. I want you to plug yourself in a good church. Find a good church and do something in the church. Amen. Be a church worker. And also, if you backslidden and you said all these words after us, I want you to also begin to recommit yourself unto God and return to your first life. Amen. God bless you all so much. We'll see you again on Thursday, God willing. We're going to continue with the part 2 of why men cheat and how to avoid it. God bless you.
God bless you.
Love you all. Man. Christ is risen. Thank you, Lord.